I'm from Mumbai, India, originally. And how's it like home? Very busy, very crowded. There's, I believe, 20 million people in that city. So I came here to study at Dalhousie University in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I came here in 2005. And I wanted to do my MBA, so I decided to apply to universities in North America, which included Canada and the US. I consider myself fortunate that I came to Canada. It's more welcoming, good opportunities. If you decide to stick around and give the place a chance, you will do well. I was literally on cloud nine. Like I was jumping around in the houses. Like I'm reading all these brochures that the university sent me. So then my dad had a look at this. He didn't say much, but one fine day he said, "So you really want to go to Canada?" I said, "Yes." And he just said, "Like, do you know what -15 is?" I was like, "I don't know and I don't care." So the deal was, you come back in one piece after the first winter and I'll allow you to go back for the second semester. Because I'd never seen snow in my life until I came here. And I remember it was accounting 1, the first exam in year 1 MBA. That's when it snowed. And all the other students in residence, they knew I had not seen snow. So they were ready with their snowballs when I was walking home, and they just hammered me with them. That was a fun experience. The first difference was there are no streetlights coming out of the airport, and I'm like, all of a sudden, okay, well, am I in a jungle? Where am I? And it's almost to the point like, if I ruin this, I am so dead when I go back home. I cannot call home and say it's not the place I intended to come, and I cannot stay here for 2 years. So the very first thing that struck me was that just driving out of the airport, and there's literally no dividers. That's what we call back home, because there's so narrow streets. And here you see 2 lanes on one side, and there's just one line separating cars coming and going. And I'm like, whoa, what the hell is going on? Like, are you guys not going to bump into each other because there's just one line on the road? And then it was night, so I didn't really see a whole lot until I got into the city. Then it started resembling more like, okay, there's more civilized life here, and there's buildings and people. And then the next morning when I woke up, it was like, oh, okay, it's not too bad. Like, greenery. Coming from a city like Mumbai, you see greenery in patches, but here there's a lot more. I love Halifax, so there's a nice social circle that I have through work and outside of work. Really enjoy the fact that we get to play cricket throughout the year, indoors and outdoors. So now when I go home to visit, I start feeling better when I come back. And it is important to preserve these stories because that's how you know about the history of your family. Like, I know a little bit about my grandparents and great-grandparents because I learned from my father. So he shared that with me. Culturally, their times were different. There was a lot of photogenic memory that they had. So they actually retained a lot of stuff and shared it. But with the advent of technology now in our generation, I may not photogenically remember a lot of things. This would be one valuable resource. So say, hey, I shared my story like this.